Talk of the title race is on hold for the next couple of hours. This evening it's all about Europe as the Reds look to move a step closer to that pot of gold that lays in wait in Dublin in May. The good news is some familiar faces have made the trip to the Czech Republic. It is Sparta Prague versus Liverpool tonight. It is the last 16 of the Europa League. Kick-off is at 5:45. Welcome along to Matchday Live. I'm joined in the studio tonight by Ronnie Whelan and Gary Gillespie. We'll get the thoughts of the boys in just a second. But first, let's give you the details of Liverpool's starting lineup for tonight's match against Sparta. The team then in full begins with Kevin Kelleher in goal as expected. It's Andy Robertson, Jarell Kwanzaa, Ibu Kanati and Joe Gomez as the back four. Wataru Endo, Alexis McAllister and Harvey Elliott will be the midfield three. Then up top, it looks like it'll be Luis Diaz, Darwin Nunez and Cody Gakpo. On the bench, Adrian, Moschek, Van Dijk, Szoboszlai is back, Salah is there as well, Tsimikas, Clark, Gordon, McConnell, Kumas, Bradley and Muzalowski. Evening, gentlemen, here we go again, back on the European trail once more. And Jurgen looks to have taken a pretty firm view tonight, Gary, a pretty strong lineup for this game.
Yeah, well, I think gradually getting everybody back fit is a big plus. Obviously a big game at the weekend, but first and foremost, I think you've got to get the result here, and hence the reason why he's probably gone strong. No Virgil van Dijk, I'm quite a little bit surprised at that, but no surprise that I think Salah's on the bench. I think we will probably see him at some stage. And the likes of Szoboszlai as well, possibly maybe getting 20-30 minutes towards the end of the game to give them a little bit of game time before the weekend. But first and foremost, the weekend has got to be forgotten, pushed into the future and concentrate on getting the result here, which I don't think will be as easy as maybe what a lot of people thought when the actual draw happened. I think it's going to be a tough game. Our away form in like the Europa League has not been fantastic, but it's a chance to put that right tonight and get this tie and hopefully put it to bed before the return leg at Anfield. Understandably,
there's been a bit of a clamour to get Dominic Szoboszlai and more so Mo Salah straight back in the team. But it makes more sense, doesn't it, Ray, to ease them back and maybe, as Gary says, give them 20 minutes tonight with the view that maybe they can start on Sunday.
I really think it's a tough time for the manager, you know. I think it's a bit easier when you haven't got all the big names fit and healthy, because your team sort of picks itself and you put the youngsters on the bench, you bring them on, and there doesn't seem to be a problem. But all of a sudden now you've got to look at combinations, you've got to look at the fitness, you have to be speaking to the medical staff to find out exactly who's 100% fit, who can play for 70 minutes, 80 minutes, whatever the case may be, who needs to be on the bench to come on at some stage during the game. So for Jurgen, it really is making sure he gets everything right, you know, as far as team selection and who should be on the bench and who's going to come on for him. It's a nice position to be in, don't get me wrong, because you've got such an array of talent come back into the Liverpool setup at the right time, because between now and the end of the season, you know, every game is absolutely huge. You know, starting tonight, Sunday's game will take care of itself. Then you've got the second leg, you've got Manchester United in the FA Cup. It's all systems go if you're a Liverpool player at the minute, and everyone wants to be part of it, everyone wants to be fit, everyone wants to be in the starting 11, but the manager has to make sure that he looks at every aspect of his squad, who needs to play and who needs to be a substitute at the moment, and he hasn't got it wrong too many occasions, and I expect him to get it right once again.
Yeah, Ray's right, isn't he, Gary? It does create a new dilemma for the manager, having all these guys come in, do really well while all the superstars have been out. You can't then just dismiss them. You have to keep them in the mix, and they've earned the right to be in contention to play in games like this.
Well, yeah, I mean, I go back to the fact that, you know, there was a big hoo-ha about Salah going to the AFCON and he was going to be missing. I think we scored something like 20-odd goals without him, undefeated, I think, or like one defeat, I think, against Arsenal. So it just shows you that, you know, the people that have come in have really done exceptionally well. But I do still think that come the big games and the big occasions, I think you'll see the manager reverting back to the tried and trusted and knowing what he's got. I expect him to put like a very, very strong side out of the weekend, and I wouldn't be surprised if the likes of Szoboszlai and Salah would start against Manchester City.
Interesting for Joe Gomez tonight, the man of many talents, many positions. He might actually play it right back tonight.
You might get a game in goal soon. You know, he's going across the back four. But you know, with Joe, He's one of them players that you can really depend upon, Mr. Consistency. You know, wherever he plays, whatever he's asked to do, he goes in there, he applies himself in the right way. He's got a fantastic attitude. Some will say he's in there on merit at the moment. You know, you could make a case for him playing at left back, but the manager obviously likes Robertson. He gives him a different dimension going forward. But you know, with Joe, he'll come in and wherever he's asked, he'll perform to his very, very best. And a chance tonight, you know, in the right back position, to go out there and maybe, and that's what every player's got tonight. Every player that starts tonight, you've got the shirt on your back, so it's up to you to perform to your best, to put that seed of doubt in the manager's mind about his team selection for Sunday. Because if you play well tonight, you've got every reason to say to him when he's picking the team against Manchester City, I should be in it, because if you look at my performance tonight and how well I played, and I've done everything that you've asked of me, there's no reason why I shouldn't be playing at the weekend as well.
Well, that's the point, isn't it, as well, with all of this? The manager will, to a degree with his staff, kind of plot ahead a little bit regarding the weekend. They don't fully commit to it. There are still spaces up for grabs, and if someone does play well tonight, they do put their hand up, saying, no, I fancy being involved in that City game, and then that does create another issue for the manager.
Yeah, I think there's always issues for a manager, and especially at this level, and especially the intensity of the fixtures that you have like at this stage of the season. You know, when you think about it, Trent Alexander-Arnold, the recognised right full-back, has been missing for quite a while. But then you've got Conor Bradley that's come in there that's done exceptionally well. You've got Joe Gomez that's filled in there exceptionally well. So all of a sudden you've got like a choice of three right full-backs, a bit similar on the left-hand side as well. Robertson was out, Tsimikas comes in, he gets injured. Joe Gomez again goes on that side. Again, he performs exceptionally well. So I think that's all good and well. But in saying that, I do believe that when it comes to push comes to shove, I think he'll revert back to like what he knows and like what's tried and trusted. And I wouldn't be surprised if Conor Bradley comes back in it and plays right fullback.
But one thing that he has got is the knowledge that whoever he puts in there, having seen in the last few weeks, can go and do a job for him. So there's no fear about that. You know, certain managers will have a plan in place of 11 that he feels is his strongest 11, and that's the team he's going to go and play. But there are occasions you have to try and change it around, and that's certainly the case at the moment for Jurgen, that he can go into his squad and have a look at some of the fringe players who've been patient or have been playing recently and have done very well for him, and they can go into that starting 11 and he won't be fazed by that.
OK, well, going into tonight's game, the feeling amongst the squad couldn't be better. That's according to Alexis McAllister, who spoke to Peter McDowell at the Sparta Stadium last night.
Well, Alexis, can you assess the mood in that Liverpool dressing room at the moment for us?
Oh, we're very happy with our form. Very happy to be here and play this important game, because it will definitely be a very tough and important game for us. So, yeah, we are all very happy that that win against Nottingham helped us as well. So yeah, very happy with everything.
It's been a crazy schedule, hasn't it? The last 11 days, 4 games, 4 wins, first trophy of the season as well. It feels a bit like a runaway train at the moment.
Yeah, of course. In the last, as you said, last 2 weeks, it was a little bit crazy in everything, in every term. But yeah, we are, as I said, very focused on what's coming. We know that we need to keep our level, we need to keep improving, so that's the idea, and tomorrow will be a very important test for us.
And it is a big test, isn't it? This is a team that's flying high in their own division. They will really want that home advantage against Liverpool to be a good one as they go forward to Anfield. Yeah,
definitely. We know that they are unbeaten at home, top of the league. So it will be a nice and tough game. You can see what it means to them as well when you see their reaction when they found out that they were going to play against Liverpool. So for us it's a pleasure to be here and to play against them, and we will try our best to win the game.
There's a huge appetite for this competition as well, isn't there? It's the one that the manager hasn't won so far, but you feel with the trophy that you already have that the appetite has just grown now for how much more can we achieve as a team? Yeah,
look, when I arrived to this club, I said that I wanted to come here to win titles. We won, I won my first one, and that definitely helps to boost confidence and go for more. So yeah, this is definitely an important trophy for us, and everything starts again tomorrow. So as I said, very important game. We prepare it and we will go for it.
Another clean sheet at the weekend, a massive win, obviously. Maybe there's not been enough talk about how well the back line has done this season, the consistency about the look of them as well. How good has that defence been this season for Liverpool?
Yeah, they are amazing. They are amazing, you can see. Not just Birch and Ibu, but the young players, Robo is back. Everyone is very focused. Everyone is trying their best to keep clean sheets and help the team. And we know that with the players that we have in front, if you don't concede, then it's easier to win the game. So yeah, very happy with our defense. They are doing amazing, and Virgil, that is our leader, is in an incredible level.
There's so much talk about him being in the form of his life at the moment. Is that how you feel? Is this the best you felt as a club player?
Yeah, I'm very happy with my form, to be honest. I know there was a lot of talking when I was playing six. In that moment, I thought that I was doing very well and I helped the team. So that's the most important thing, to be important and help the team in every position or every time you go into the pitch. So yeah, I'm very happy with my level, and what I want is to keep improving and keep showing what I can do.
And just finally, what is it going to take? What kind of performance is it going to take for this to be a positive result that we take back to Anfield?
Yeah, we have to give our best and play at our 100%. That's the only way we can win this game or get a good result. So that's the idea. We know that we play just 4 days ago, but we are well mentally and physically, so we will go for it.
Yeah, they will go for it. And the way the season is now, it's not quite the home straight, but all the games mean something now, isn't it? So as a player, Gary, I guess that focuses the mind. It gets you, let's go out, just do it. You don't get distracted as much by other bits and pieces maybe you would do earlier in the season.
I think you're always focused when you're playing for Liverpool. I think when you're at a top club like Liverpool, I think every game you have to be absolutely 100% focused, because everybody wants to beat you, and especially the way Liverpool are at this moment in time. But I think there's still a lot of games still to go. But when it comes to knockout situations, which obviously this is a cup competition, you don't get a second chance, do you? So I think vitally important that we give ourselves something to bring back to Anfield and get a result over here. But the league will look after itself. There's still a long way to go in the league. There's still a lot of big games. I think Arsenal play Manchester City next week when we play Manchester United in the cup. So there's a big fixture there. But first and foremost, you can only affect what you can affect and deal with what you can your own problems, and that starts obviously tonight, but certainly at the weekend with regards to the Premier League. Premier League, I think, is the holy grail for everybody. We would rather win the Premier League than anything else. But in saying that, whilst you're still in all the competitions that we're in, you've got to go and treat everyone as if you want to get to the final. We did it 2 years ago. We played every game that we could possibly play. Maybe a little bit disappointing, obviously, because we fell down on 2 of them. But in saying that, to go all the way again this season would be another fantastic achievement.
Apologies to Ray at the top of the show. I accidentally called him Ronnie Whelan, mixing up my famous Irish midfielders. But it is Ray who's here. So Ray, I will ask you the question regarding what we're discussing now in terms of Alexis McAllister. Through the course of the season, you get lots of different topics that come up. You got the debate about Trent's position. You get the debate about who's in midfield. Then you get the debate about where Alexis McAllister plays in midfield. He underlined at the weekend with his calmness for the winning goal just how important a player he can be.
Yeah, look, listen, technically he's excellent. There's no question about that. You know instinctively where he's got to be on the pitch. He's got really good awareness. I always wanted to see him a little bit higher up the pitch. At the start of the season, because the manager wanted him, or maybe forced into it, played him in that deep line role in front of the back four. And he done a good job there, a decent job. There was a few occasions where he got caught in the ball and people started to question him. But the more he played, the more he got used to it. And you've got to remember, Mark, he just came to the club. It's not like he's been here for years and he's been, fitted in over time. He's had to come in and hit the ground running. I think he's done really well. I really like him. I think he's got, as I say, great awareness, good touch. He links up well with the other players. I think with Endo sitting a little bit deeper, it frees him up to be higher up the pitch. He's always looking to get involved in the game and make things happen. he breaks up the play well. See how he reads it. Just little things. It might not look a lot, but just the little things like how he reads it. It's a brilliant little chip into the box. Because look at the numbers Liverpool have got in and around the 18-yard box that late in the game. It shows you what their mindset was. They wanted to win it. You know, a draw wasn't enough. They knew they had to get 3 points in that game, and they were forcing the issue by pushing so many into advanced positions. And lovely ball in, and Darwin finishes it off. But just on Alexis, I think if you looked at it over the course of the season, for someone who's just new to the club, I think he's done really well. I've been really impressed with him, and particularly of late, I think he's been the one that's really bossed that midfield there, getting on the ball and sorting the passes out quickly. And it's great for the attacking players, because he's the sort of lad who's got the vision to thread the ball through for you. You know, Trent's not there. You need someone who can do that, and certainly he can.
Yeah, he certainly can. He's shown that a good few times already in his Liverpool career. OK, it's time for us to say goodbye to all our viewers on our social platforms. If you want to stay with us, though, the details of how to do so are on the website. Just head to www.liverpoolfc.com/watch. Coming up for our viewers on LFC TV and Go tonight, though, we have the following for your enjoyment. Live audio commentary is on the way with Steve Hunter and Neil Mellor at 5:45. The Matchday reaction show is back with us at 7:45. And then the full match replay is available from midnight tonight on Go. And the reaction podcast will also be available tonight. Get that from wherever you choose to get your podcasts. When we come back after the break, we are back to Prague for some insight from our men on the ground, Peter McDowell and Patrick Berger. We're back soon.
It's about where your dad went. It's about where your grandfather went. It's about a build-up over the